Welcome to Lutical Connections, where we explore deep and thought-provoking questions about relationships, personal growth, and emotional well-being. Today, we're diving into one of the most timeless and complex questions of all. Can love be defined? Love has been written about, sung about, and studied for centuries, yet we still find ourselves wondering what exactly love is. Is it a feeling? Is it an action? Is it something that can be scientifically explained? Or is it purely emotional? In this video, we'll explore the many different definitions of love, how it is experienced, and whether or not it can truly be captured in words. To begin, let's acknowledge that love is an experience that defies easy definition. It's both universal and highly individual. Almost everyone experiences love in some form, whether it's romantic love, familial love, or the love you have for your friends or even pets. But no two people experience it in exactly the same way. That's part of what makes defining love so difficult. It's not a one-size-fits-all concept, but rather a spectrum of emotions, actions, and connections that vary from person to person and relationship to relationship. For some, love is synonymous with passion and intensity. For others, it's about stability, trust, and companionship. And for many, it's a combination of both. Philosophers have been grappling with the definition of love for centuries. Plato famously described love as a pursuit of the divine, a quest for something higher and more meaningful. In his work, The Symposium, he talks about the different levels of love, beginning with physical attraction and moving towards something more spiritual and transcendent. For Plato, love was a ladder, with each rung representing a deeper and more profound connection. While this idea may seem lofty, it highlights an important point. Love isn't static. It's something that evolves, grows, and changes over time. What starts as physical attraction or infatuation can transform into deep, emotional intimacy and companionship. On the other hand, Aristotle viewed love in more practical terms. He believed that love was about mutual goodwill, each partner in a relationship wanting what's best for the other. For Aristotle, love was less about passion and more about friendship and shared values. In his view, a healthy relationship is one in which both people contribute to each other's well-being, support one another, and grow together. This perspective is still relevant today, as many modern relationships are built on the foundation of mutual respect, trust, and shared goals. Aristotle's view of love reminds us that love is not just about how we feel, it's also about how we act and treat the people we care about. From a psychological perspective, love has been studied extensively, and researchers have developed theories to try to explain what love is and how it works. One of the most well-known theories is Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love, which breaks love down into three components: intimacy, passion, and commitment. According to Sternberg, different types of love are defined by the presence or absence of these three components. For example, romantic love includes both intimacy and passion, while companionate love is defined by intimacy and commitment. Sternberg's theory is helpful because it acknowledges that love isn't just one thing. It's a combination of emotional connection, physical attraction, and long-term commitment. This theory also emphasizes that love can change over time. A relationship that starts with passion may develop deeper intimacy and commitment as the couple grows closer. Biologically, love can also be explained in terms of brain chemistry. When we fall in love, our brains release a cocktail of chemicals, including dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, which create feelings of pleasure, attachment, and bonding. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good chemical because it's associated with feelings of happiness and reward. This is why people often describe falling in love as a high or an exhilarating experience. Oxytocin, sometimes called the cuddle hormone, is linked to feelings of trust and emotional closeness. It's released during physical touch, such as hugging or holding hands, and plays a significant role in bonding between romantic partners, as well as between parents and their children. Serotonin helps regulate mood, and its role in love is connected to feelings of calm and contentment. While these chemicals certainly play a role in the experience of love, they don't fully capture what love means. Love is more than just a biological reaction. It's also shaped by our personal experiences, cultural backgrounds, and societal norms. What one person considers to be love may differ greatly from another person's understanding, depending on their upbringing, past relationships, and cultural context. One of the challenges of defining love is that it can take so many forms. Romantic love, for example, often involves a mix of physical attraction, emotional intimacy, and a desire for a long-term commitment. But love isn't limited to romance. Familial love, or the love we feel for our family members, is often grounded in shared history, loyalty, and a sense of responsibility. Platonic love, the love we feel for our friends, can be just as deep and meaningful as romantic love, even though it doesn't involve physical attraction. Then there's self-love, which is about having a healthy relationship with yourself, respecting your own needs, and valuing your own worth. This brings us to the question, can love be defined? The short answer is yes, but with many qualifications. Love can be defined in a general sense as a strong feeling of affection or a deep emotional connection. But any definition of love will inevitably fall short because love is so vast and multifaceted. It's both a feeling and an action, a biological response and a conscious choice, a fleeting moment of passion and a lifelong commitment. Love is something that is experienced differently by everyone, which makes it impossible to define in a way that fully captures its complexity. One thing that all definitions of love have in common is that love is an active process. It's not something that just happens to you. It's something you participate in and cultivate over time. Whether it's romantic love, friendship, or familial love, maintaining a loving relationship requires effort, communication, and vulnerability. It involves showing up for the people you care about, even when it's difficult, and being open to growth and change. Another key aspect of love is that it often involves a sense of sacrifice or selflessness. In a loving relationship, we care about the other person's well-being as much as our own. We're willing to compromise, to put their needs ahead of our own when necessary, and to support them through their challenges and struggles. This doesn't mean that love requires losing yourself or sacrificing your own needs entirely, but it does mean that love involves a balance of giving and receiving. Ultimately, while love may not have a single universal definition, it's something that we all recognize when we feel it. Love is about connection, the bond we form with others that enriches our lives, makes us feel understood, and gives us a sense of purpose. Whether it's the intense passion of new romance or the quiet comfort of a lifelong friendship, love is what makes life meaningful. In conclusion, can love be defined? Yes, but only to a certain extent. Love is too complex, too varied, and too deeply personal to be captured by a single definition. It's a feeling, an action, a choice, and a connection that takes many different forms depending on the individuals involved and the context of their relationship. While philosophers, scientists, and psychologists have offered different frameworks for understanding love, the truth is that love is something we experience and define for ourselves. Thank you for watching Lutical Connections. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be contemplating the nature of love. Stay tuned for more content on relationships, personal growth, and emotional well-being.